All right, welcome to the real first episode of the Team Copilot podcast. My name is Jeroen Niesse and I'm here with...
Femke Cornelissen.
Welcome.
There we are. The first one, Jeroen.
The first one, yeah.
Not really, right?
Not the first one. If you look at the Spotify list of our episodes, there was another episode which we created fully using AI.
I think it's amazing. It's still amazing. If I listen back to that episode, I'm flabbergasted.
Me too. I was literally blown away. The intonation of the AI, the content that they provide, it was really, really good.
Yeah, like a human interaction. It was also.
Yeah.
But what we did was we put my ebook that I wrote with many other people from the community. We put that in the AI and ask to make a podcast around that ebook, and the people that are in that episode are AI generated persons, not really persons.
Generated voices, yeah.
Voices, and they're discussing about the ebook. It's really amazing.
Yeah, so the tool that we used was called Notebook ML. It's actually by Google, and it's mainly used to upload all kind of information, documentation, PDFs, YouTube videos, a lot of content, and then you can create some kind of podcast out of that content, which is really nice. As you have listened
10 minutes. Right?
It's 10 minutes, yeah. It's really nice. But what I like most about it, I use it much more often than just generating the podcast. I'm also dyslexic.
Yes.
And it's really nice to put some books and summaries and stuff in there and have people talking about it and get to the information that way.
It's a really good way, yeah.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
I don't know if everyone that's making a podcast with an AI bot. What are you thinking about that?
Well, I know what most people like. I talked about a lot of people about it, and they said, "Wow, this is amazing that it's possible with AI to generate such a podcast. Amazing!" But I also saw some reactions. Well, it's not authentic. It's not real.
It's not really human.
There are mixed emotions, I guess so. And it's actually quite interesting. In the days that we created that podcast, we were actually at Experts Live Europe. So there were a lot of MVPs and IT enthusiasts. And I talked with them because the ethical thing behind it, should I tell people that it's AI generated or not? So we choose to do so.
Yeah, we choose that, but also because we think the content was really good. So it's not about the AI that generated, but we also thought, oh, this is really good content. We don't think we can do it better at this time to discuss about it ebook at this moment, because it was mind-blowing, right?
It was really mind-blowing, yeah. And also the opinions of the AI, I liked that a lot. How you go by life as chief co-pilot, how they discuss that. I was literally blown away.
Yeah.
And so funny.
Good. Yeah.
So, I talked with a lot of people. Should we tell that it's AI? Because if we tell it's generated by AI, a lot of people will have an opinion, most likely negative, because there are a lot of other people generating podcasts, put a lot of effort in it, and we click in an ML studio for 10 minutes, and we have such a podcast. I can imagine that there are mixed emotions coming up.
Yeah, I also think so, but. Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm going to use it quite more. Not only I really like this to have a conversation, but I also really like that it was really small. It was 10 minutes. It was to the point. I think I'm going to use it more, but only with the good content that I wanna have created by myself, and what's already my blog post or my ebook or my white paper of things that I'm involved in.
Yeah, that is. I'm also going to use it as now. As I told you earlier, I'm dyslexic,
Yeah.
so it's really helpful to get information in such a way which I like.
Yeah. Cool.
Talking about AI with a voice,
Yes.
Microsoft came with an update.
Yeah, that's amazing. That was, I think, yesterday evening, right? For the consumer markets, AI with a voice that you get Copilot as a consumer, but also get updated from Copilot with, for example, the newspaper paper that you are listening. That Copilot can give you information on that, but also that you can ask Copilot things with your voice. So you can choose a voice, but also can ask Copilot, quite a lot of things. But this is a new update in the consumer market. I hope
Yeah,
it's
so
also
we
will
are
be coming
talking.
to, yeah.
Yeah, we are talking about the Copilot Web Edition. Yeah, that's yeah. I hope it will also come to the Copilot M365 someday. I was already thinking about situations where I'm in my car and asking the Copilot what's on my agenda tomorrow, and yeah, prep my workday while driving back from the office to my home.
Yeah, we can really do things, two things together, right? Just driving in a car, asking Copilot, how late do I need to be on my next appointment? Please, can you share my agenda? Or send a message to Jeroen Niese on the email that I'm maybe 5 minutes later. I don't know,
Yeah.
that kind of things, right?
Yeah, or prep yourself for a meeting. I'm currently on my way to a customer. I have a big document that I need to go through. Copilot, please summarize it for me
Yeah.
and give me the key points. I think it gives a lot of opportunities when we can talk to Copilot.
Yeah. Yeah, and then the one was when we can talk to Copilot, but the other way was, okay, Copilot talks to you and you can choose like a voice that you really like.
Is it also capable of learning a voice, or can we select out of a list of
I think you can
predefined?
select. Yeah, I
Ah,
think you can
okay.
select. No, it's not your
Okay.
wife that's
Then we
talking
can
to
choose
you.
whether Copilot will be a male or a female or
Yes, I
whatever.
think so.
Cool. Cool.
Yeah, we will
What?
see. But there are more announcements, right? Yesterday was like the consumer market, but we also have the Wave 2
Yeah.
announcements that was there. What is your favorite?
Well, I'm not sure what will be my favorite, but I'm looking very forward to Copilot Agents. What I actually want to do with AI is enhance my processes and walk through them smarter, more efficient. And from what I read about the Copilot agents, I guess they are going to help me with that.
Yeah,
So
that's true.
I'm very looking forward to them, that we can use them in flows to have an opinion on some things or make decisions for us. I think it can be very helpful there.
So it's like a sort of Copilot studio in your Copilot,
Yeah, maybe
making an yeah.
yeah, it was still a brief description, so I have to get into it a little bit deeper. But from what I saw, it was okay.
Yeah,
And what
yeah.
I also liked that was some enhancements to Copilot for PowerPoint.
Yeah.
I see so much people struggling with Copilot in PowerPoint, so I hope they will have a
It's
better
a
life right now.
Yeah, it's already available when you have when you open PowerPoint and you make a new presentation. You can choose create a presentation about, and then you ask Copilot where the presentation need to be about, so you can make a prompt there. And I think it's really better than before. I did this with a customer about ice creams. So we made a product launch about a new ice cream,
Oh, cool.
and we did that with a prompt. And that guy that I talked to, he literally just fell from his
His
he
chair.
just fell on the ground, his chair, because he was really flabbergasted in
Yeah.
just a few seconds what happened. So it really approves there. So that's really nice. Yeah.
Yeah, and is it quite easy now to create that PowerPoint in the style of my company? I think that I saw also a lot of people struggling with that.
No, not really. Yeah, you need to start in your company templates, your company brands, but Copilot only can see like different. You don't need to make it too big, so you need to have a title and, for example, one picture, but not more than that in the template. Otherwise, he doesn't understand it.
Okay.
So how easier, how better. So that, yeah, I think it's really figuring out what's working and what's not, and how far you can go that Copilot still understands it.
Okay. Okay. Well, that sounds good, but at least a simple template that does the
Yeah,
job.
yeah, that's true. And another one is Python in Excel.
Yeah, I'm having troubles thinking about it. I'm also a security guy. And I'm also thinking back in the days when we had all these scripts in Excel and stuff. And those are actually a big attack surface. So a lot of cyber attacks started using those macros. And I'm actually thinking, are we going to start that over again? But instead of a macro, we now have a Python script. I need to investigate that.
Yeah.
But what I really like is that we can now use Python to analyze data, because that's actually the language that's mostly used in machine learning and when building artificial intelligence models and stuff. So that's really good. But yeah, I have double feelings about it right now.
We will see. We will see. Yeah, we need to figure it out. I don't think it's already there, right?
Haven't seen it. No. So there. But then again, I'm also using a Mac with Office for Mac.
Yeah, of course.
So I'm not on par with everyone.
No, that's true. But a lot of new things are happening in Microsoft 365 Copilot, and also the consumer, but also the business side. I'm really looking forward for Ignite, because Ignite is also always just one place with all kind of new announcements, but it feels like they already announced a lot of things. So I'm just waiting for
Yeah.
what's coming for also at Ignite.
I guess they will save best for last. So
Yeah.
I'm very curious what they are going to announce over there. But yeah, but most of the time they announce pretty cool stuff over there. I think
Yeah.
Copilot itself was also announced back in the days at Ignite.
Yeah, that was fun, right? Because we were at the MVP summit before and we already knowing what was coming, but we couldn't mention or saying anything. And they launched it, I think, at Ignite, or a few weeks before. I think a few weeks before Satya had a speech, and he had an event for launching that. But it was not that far for Ignite, I think. So I'm really curious what will be the next announcement.
Yeah,
But the
we will
train is
see.
really driving hard.
Yeah, that's that I see that they're working a lot on Copilot, and we are also learning on Copilot. What are new things that you have learned over the past few weeks?
Ooh,
In
past
just
few
using
weeks.
Copilot in your normal day.
Yeah. Ooh, a few. Yeah, we did with our company. We did with Wortel. We did a promptathon. That was really fun. So you see people using Copilot on a different way. But for example, one of the things that I learned, and just that's some of the fun things, is like, okay, how am I as a user with my emails, documents, and chats? What is my style of communication, but also what kind of superhero am I, for example, or what kind of superhero is Jeroen Nisse?
Okay, cool.
And I think that's really cool, because he's really looking to my documents and my style of communication, and also gives me some examples of some
That
kind of
allows you to
superheroes.
that allows you
Yeah.
to adjust your way of communication depending on who you're communicating with,
Yeah.
so they can receive the best communication for them.
Yes, of course. And yeah, that's really, I think, really good. And also, what I really liked was things that I can do better. For example, if I just want to learn more about communication with my team, for example. So I can ask also Copilot to help me with that, to do that better, for example. So this is I have someone in my team. This is the communication style of that person. How can Copilot help me to get that person, on my side, or get them like more analyzing data
Cool.
communication, or more like being at the front communication? How can I get them on my projects and working with them together? I think that's really amazing stuff that only Copilots could have, because there's so many documents, chats, and so many things in your environment that is really like a gold mine of information.
Yeah, it knows a lot about you and the people you're communicating with. So this is actually a very nice use case. I haven't thought about that actually. Really nice. I think I'm also going to use that and analyze the people I need to communicate with and myself. And yeah, we can
Yeah.
get better from that and can get things done.
And what I also saw was the Wave 2 announcement about prioritizing your Outlook. I think we both really need that, Jeroen.
Yeah. Okay. So for the people who are listening, we are both not that structured. If it goes about our email and stuff. So that's also why I'm very looking forward to Team Copilot, and not just our name, but the Team Copilot Microsoft is coming with, as
We were
that will
first,
be
right?
some
We
kind of
need to say
my personal assistant.
we need to say that, right? We were first with Team Copilot. We
Exactly.
need to
Yeah,
say it.
we were first. Exactly.
But talking about Team Copilot, I saw the first. I saw that last week for the first time in my meetings.
Wow, you already have experience.
Yes. Oh, and I was really flabbergasting, because I was in that meeting, and there was like a real co-pilot, a real co-pilot. Look at me, what I'm saying. There was a real co-pilot in my meeting as a person.
All the others are
It was
fake.
not. Yeah, it was not a person, but we had just persons in the meeting, and just the logo of Copilot was also there, and everything what I say and everything what other people say was just in a note. Copilot pushed
Awesome.
everything what we said and what the things that we need to do. So I never have to ask Copilot, give me a summarize of, or give me my to-dos of this meeting, blah blah blah. No, just
It just
you
was
saw
there.
Copilot just working for you. Yeah, it was just there.
Oh, amazing. I need to have that. I need to have that.
Yeah, it was really fun. So I'm looking forward that it's for everyone available.
Yeah, the perfect solution for us.
I think so. I think so. No, it's not
Yeah.
helping our email, I think, but
No, but we have Copilot for Outlook that can help us write email.
yeah.
And
One of the things that
I'm already
sorry.
very happy with the Dutch language now finally supported
That's
in
true.
Outlook. That helps me a lot.
That's true.
But we can write already. We already can write emails using Copilot.
True. But one of the things I also mentioned is that Copilot is really working a lot with Microsoft Loop. And I think a lot of companies are not ready to work with Microsoft Loop. I really like to make a workspace in Loop and working together and put something from a Loop in my email or in a Word document.
Yeah. What exactly is Microsoft Loop?
Really?
You are saying that most companies are not ready for it. So let's start with the basic. What is it? Why should they use it?
Yeah, it's like a workplace where you can work together, like a sort of Word, but not actually, because it's like a workplace where you can make notes, but you
Put
also
to-do lists
can
in, yeah.
put to-do lists in, but you can copy a small thing out of the list and can put it on in Outlook, for example. But you can also put it also here in a Word document. But when you change the loop, it also changes in every document or
Ah,
in that
cool.
email.
Okay, so it's a workspace with some pinpoints to it that you can leave in your documents, chats, email.
Yeah, and also Copilot works on that, making notes, and you get it in, for example, Loop. But if you don't know how you can use that or how that works, because if you have a workplace and you working together with people there and they are have shared rights in that workplace, but not in the Word document, you put it in, for example. Yeah, that kind of things. I don't think people are really knowing how it works or what the best way
Okay,
is, how
it's
you can
adoption that
implement
they
it.
actually need.
Yeah, you can also say like, okay, you can work on this loop workplace. We put this loop workplace in this Word document, but you don't have rights for that Word document.
And then
But
you,
for
yeah.
example, direction other people who need to have only access to the Word document can see everything, but only you can work in that loop component
Okay,
because this is your stuff that you need to be done, and we put it all together in one Word document. So I think a lot of more examples or scenarios are there, and a lot of people I think don't know how you can use it, but I think also with using Copilot and notes and all that kind of stuff, there is a lot of adoption needed there.
okay, interesting.
I
So,
think.
to all our listeners, have a look at Loop and make yourself familiar with it. One thing I played with over the couple of weeks that were actually prompt flows. Those are actually not Copilot features, but they live in the Azure AI Studio. And one thing that I tell people often, Copilot can help you with a lot. It can really solve big problems for you, but you have to split them in smaller pieces. So Copilot can think of those smaller pieces, give response, and later on you have to all those small responses, collect them and make a big answer of it. And we can actually fully automate that process using the prompt flows. So I really liked it. We can create a chain over there of prompts that need to be executed after each one to solve a big problem, and it really gives good responses. So I like
That's
that a
very
lot.
nice. That's
Yeah,
nice.
and it's fully accessible through API, so we can implement it in our applications, which I like. Yeah, make the world a little bit smarter.
A lot of things happening. Yeah.
Exactly.
What do you think is the best if you think about what will come, what will be your most favorite future thing? What not is there and you don't know if it's there, but if you think about it, how will your day look like with Copilot?
Well, I was actually looking yesterday at the hype cycles of Gartner about artificial intelligence, and one thing I'm looking forward is composite AI. What that basically means is that you can combine multiple types of AI to solve a problem. We are currently fully interacting with a generative AI like Copilot, ChatGPT, and so on. And what the promise is of the composite AIs is that you can ask that AI about a problem, and depending on the problem, it will use a ML algorithm to analyze a data set, use generative AI to create a response, use another type of AI to do another kind of classification. So combining all the goodness that we have in the realm of AI,
Wow.
I think that will. AI
That's the next
currently is
step.
already powerful, but then it will be AI on steroids. So that's what I'm actually looking forward to.
Nice. I have one thing on my mind, and that's more like, how is your thoughts about using AI for your work or for personal activities like MVP stuff or making videos, or we talked about a podcast. Is it something that it helps you create, or we did, for example, the podcast, the first episode, we did fully in AI, and we really like that. But how is your opinion about all the other things that you create? Is it okay to use it?
I think it's okay to use it. If I'm not using it, someone else will do it and create good content. But I'm not fully depending on the AI currently. I'm using it to get inspiration, and based on that,
True.
I'm
Creating.
crafting my videos a bit further. But yeah, it's a very good help on various sides to create video scripts, to help me create documents for my work, and it saves me a lot of time over there, and it helps me in the creative process. And the fun thing is that it also trains me, because I'm reading all the responses, and all of a sudden I'm now looking at questions and stuff, and I have a complete different way of answering them, which I learned from the AI.
Yeah, that's amazing. And talking about video scripts, we are launching really soon also our first AI in every city.
Exactly.
And there are we giving examples to how use Copilot in a city.
Exactly.
And I think that's also showing how to be a human using Copilot, and give some examples. How to explore
Yeah.
Budapest.
So what we see is that a lot of people are actually struggling in how to use how to use Copilot. Think of all the hard time thinking of scenarios where they can use it. And what we try to do in that video is give people the scenarios and inspire them on how to create prompts, do their thing with Copilot, and have a good assistant near them.
Yeah, that's it. It's an assistant.
Exactly. Yeah. It's an assistant that can give us great advice. But the content that we create will always be our responsibility.
That's true. So I think it's good to end this podcast for now. Our first podcast.
First real one, yeah.
The first real one. I really enjoyed it.
Me too. So thanks for listening. Please let me know on social media what you think of this podcast. Also, if you would like topics, if you have topics for us that we need to discuss, please let them know. And of course, I will hope to see you in one of our next episodes, because this will not be the only one.
I don't think so.
Exactly.
See you later.
Bye-bye.
Thank you all. Bye.